Hi, everybody. Matt Bernier, joined by DRF's national handicapper Mike Watchmaker, taking a look at this weekend's Weekend Warrior. Saturday, March the 31st, a big day of racing internationally, not just here in the States, everything going on over in Dubai. We'll touch on that momentarily, but let's kick it off with the big one down at Gulfstream Park. The Grade 1 Florida Derby, a mile and an eighth on the main track for 3-year-olds. Mike, this 3-year-old year, it seems like it's been a little bit all over the place. Is this race going to be a little bit better as far as clarity is concerned, or do you think it's going to be a fresh face?
Well, I hope it's a fresh face, Matt, because I'm picking a long shot in here, a horse I think you like too, and that's the 20-1 Hofburg. And I don't know that he'll necessarily be 20-1 on the morning line, but when it comes to actual price, but I think Hofburg is a long shot with a chance in here, and that's for two reasons. Number one, I like him as a racehorse, and number two, I have questions about the main players in this race. But in terms of Hofburg himself, he was an okay fourth in his debut last summer at Saratoga, and then he reappeared on the Fountain of Youth undercard at Gulfstream Park in a mile and a 16th maiden race, and he was 5 to 6 wide on the first turn, 4 wide on the far turn, noticeably loafed after he got the lead in the stretch and still won. I mean, you never see horses win route races at Gulfstream with trips like that. And as infrequently as those kind of horses win, it's even less frequent that you see Bill Mott, a Hall of Famer, who's the most resistant trainer to Derby fever that you'll ever come across, run a horse off a maiden win in a Grade 1 race that's a major prep for the Kentucky Derby. So, I mean, all of this put together makes me think that Hofburg is a very well-regarded prospect. I thought he showed a ton of talent winning that maiden race. Yes, he has to take a step forward, but it's only his second start of the year. Why can't he take a step forward? And he's a big price.
And you factor in the big pedigree that he has, particularly on the bottom side. There's a lot to like for an interesting long shot in Hofburg. Let's move over to Dubai with the big one at Meydan. It's going to be race number 9. Should go off right around 10-1 on the East Coast. It's the Dubai World Cup. Everyone's going to be looking at West Coast for Bob Baffert. You're going elsewhere.
I am. I'm going with Talismanic. Now, West Coast is obviously the horse to beat in here. He chased Gunrunner in the Breeders' Cup Classic. He chased Gunrunner in the Pegasus World Cup. Gunrunner's retired. He's got no Gunrunner to chase this time. But I think Talismanic is a horse. He established his class when he won the Breeders' Cup Turf. And amongst the horses he beat in that race were Highland Reel, who was just a tremendous, tremendous racehorse, internationally. And then he came back and finished second to Highland Reel in the big race in Hong Kong late last year. Talismanic is making his first start on dirt in this Dubai World Cup, but he's by Medaglia d'Oro. Those horses run on dirt. He had a good synthetic track prep for this. I think he's going to be a horse that in American markets is going to fall through the cracks, at least in terms of price, because I think West Coast is deservedly going to be a heavy, heavy favorite in this race. And I think Talismanic is a horse loaded with class. And I have the utmost respect for his trainer, Andre Fab, who, let's not forget, had tremendous success bringing a horse from Europe to run on dirt. His name was Arkong, and he posted the biggest upset in the Breeders' Cup Classic ever. So, I just think Talismanic is a live alternative to West Coast.
The quality in the San Francisco Mile at Golden Gate probably a little bit lesser than what we're going to see over in Dubai, but it's still a fun race. You've got a lot of Southern California runners shipping north. Ultimately, where'd you land?
I like Editori in here. He's one of those Southern California shippers in here, and he's run third in Santa Anita Stakes races in his last 2 starts. He chased It's in the Post in both of those races, and he was behind It's in the Post, and Hayabusa won last time out. And I think that those are absolutely the 2 top distance horses on the turf in Southern California right now. Editori is not only getting some class relief in this spot, he is cutting back significantly at distance. I actually like this move for this horse. I think it's only going to make his late kick all the more potent, and there is sufficient early pace in this race to set this race up to be won for someone from off the pace.
You can find Mike's entire write-up of the Weekend Warrior column on DRF.com, and you can find the video every Thursday on video.drf.com, as well as the Daily Racing Forums YouTube channel. Mike, great stuff as always. Best of luck this week, and we'll talk again next week.
Let's get Hofburg home, Matt.